Hey everyone. Hey everyone. Let me pull this down so y'all can see me. And I can see y'all. I'm gonna put y'all on my phone so I can see y'all. I definitely won't be on here long. I'm hating the color of this light, y'all. Let me see if I can change it. Oh, let me turn it off. Yeah, I like that kind of better. Well, then let's bring it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. I like a little bit warmer. So I definitely won't be on here long. I just wanted to come on here because, like I said, I want to come on here every day, live, and I guess I'll reset it and say every weekday because being live on the weekends when the kids is home. Hey Tara, thank you. Being live on a weekend when the kids is home is a whole disaster. So I'm gonna try to come on here, like I said, every weekday live as we discuss our prepping challenge for October 1st. And we continue to brainstorm. And so what I think is the best is for us to start off with our freezer meals. And so therefore we'll have that whole month, to have food like stored. And I know, like I said, a lot of people who follow me receive food stamps. And so this also is kind of right in the middle, I believe, of with everybody like being able to afford the freezer meals, or to be able to afford food to make the freezer meals. They can already see what they have. So I came on here for everybody to give suggestions, to see if you guys make, let me put it on live chat, to see if you guys make meals, and if you do make meals, like, what kind of meals do you make and freeze? So we all coming out here together, we all learning together, as a community. And like I said, I'm learning. My meal prep video, grocery store video I had a great idea, but it definitely was not executed at all. And so it's I'm going to be challenging myself as well, for everything. So yeah, I don't know any suggestions. I know like burritos. If you do pasta, I know like pasta. If you guys make pasta, like what's some different kind of pastas and foods you make? Let me know in the comments. And then I will also I'll watch the process, but I won't participate. Okay, as long as you watch. As long as you watch. Thank you for watching. And then maybe you'll see, like, if what you want to make or some more ideas. Because I know you be cooking, so you might see some more ideas that you don't want to do a freezer meal, but you might do it as something else. Only soup, like chicken soup with veggies and freeze the broth. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea, to make different soups and freeze those. Because like if you look in the grocery stores, like the ready to eat kind of meals, I've been looking at those different kind of meals too, to get kind of some ideas. And like that's the food is getting so overpriced. And so I'm gonna either go live or make another video, probably just a video not going live, because I already had went live talking about food stamps before, and basically how you need to be budgeting your food stamps or stockpiling your food. Yeah, it is like so overpriced. And so for everyone who don't know or receive government assistance or don't receive food stamps, because it's all different type of government assistance. Even a student loan is a government assistance. Most student loans, unless you went through a private lender. And so to narrow down, if you a homeowner and you got that $15,000, to help with closing costs and down payment, that's government assistance. And so to specify which government assistance that I'm talking about right now is the food stamps. And so for you all who don't know, like with food stamps, you have to, I know in my state, you have to like recertify every 6 months. And so this is not like refilling out for it. It's just kind of, they want to make sure that like all the information is the same. And basically to bring proof of everything, like to bring proof of your lease, to bring proof of your utility bills, to like bring proof of stuff like that. Like you don't have to bring your ID or your children birth certificates and all of that, like how you have to do it like when you apply, but you have to like bring in everything else but your blood type. And so I'm gonna be doing a whole video on this because I got to do some more research and see if it's just my state. I got it through okay, so you got the PEBT. So yeah, so like if your kids is in school, they was doing the PEBT, and so with that, like a lot of people, you know, they wasn't worried about like the income limits and like all of that stuff you would normally have to do, all the stuff they normally want. Like that was time for everybody to go ahead and get their food stamps because, you know, it was through the pandemic, and they just did it again in different states. I don't think they did it everywhere, but they just did it again here. Yes, just can't like hold on. Let me pull you. I don't know why I always sit here and try to read comments on this, knowing I can't see a lick. Let me go. My channel. Online. Let me share it on the community tab too. Okay, I wanted to share on the community tab too. The Suburban Indie Home and Outdoor Living Show, September 23rd. Yes, just can't. Just sent through the mail. Yeah, so you automatically had. I never like this time when they like I got the extra. Let me turn down me. I got the extra that they had gave like just this time around, but I never received the actual different other card and the extra like 200, like the money they was giving. I never received that, and then my office was saying like that's not through them, like they don't have no way of resending a card or nothing. That's all through the government. It's all automatic basically because they know, you know, the kids is in school and all of that. And so girl, I just girl, I was so happy, my guy. It was a relief because it's like when the kids is home, that's like in the summertime, you don't know how much kids will take the hinges off your refrigerator, honey, because they didn't ate everything. And your everything is empty. Like in the summertime, parents know they be ready for their kids to go back to school to get that refrigerator and freezer and cabinet some relief. And so, you know, definitely, you know, when that pandemic money came, it's like, yeah, because y'all sending these kids home, they got a homeschool and all of that. Give me some money. Because they would have been in school, especially if they in school, like y'all making them do school from home. So therefore, they would have had lunch. Hey, Nick Nick. Hold on, y'all gonna give me a crystal light. I need something in my water. I got so much stuff in my cabinet. I got so many teas, y'all. I'm like addicted to this peach mango green tea. It is so freaking good. And it's only 5 calories. Yeah, no sugar, none of that stuff. And 5 calories. Yes. Give me that. And so So yeah, so you have to like, so if you know receive them regular, you have to recertify. Like in my state, you have to recertify every 6 months. You have to go through recertification. They call it redebt, so it's redetermination every 6 months to determine whether you still good to be on food stamps or not. And so my redebt had just came up. Um last month. I had to, take in all this paperwork, all of this stuff. And I'm like, okay, so, I made sure they had everything, all of that. It was kind of a runaround because they had wanted me to get something that I don't even get. They wanted me to get proof of like child support. And I'm like, I don't receive child support. And I said, I don't even know when the last time I received child support. Like, only my oldest son's father, he on child support. And he don't pay worth nothing. Like, he don't even keep a job. And so I was like, I had the little card or whatever, but the card is not even letting me I was like, the card is not even letting me like log into it. I try to call customer service, like nothing's working. Like I can't get you guys proof that I haven't received a payment because I haven't. And then I had went to like our workforce development here, and to get like a payment history printout, like of just because they have everything, with the workforce thing, they know like how much money you receive from everywhere. And so she was like, what agency is requesting it? I'm like, it's the food stamp office. And they're like, okay, well, we don't hand we don't hand verification over to like civilians, like to just the people anymore. It has to be like the agency has to request it, and then we give it right from here to the agency. And because they used to just hand it to people. Like if you go in and say, I need a payment history printout, they say for how long, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, and they were printed out for you. But people probably was being fraudulent some kind of way with that, so they had stopped that. And so I ended up having to talk to a supervisor. She was like, oh, it's fine. She was like, I don't even know why it's asking for that, because we can actually see everything in the system. So we see that you ain't even received child support since April, and you received $50 in April. I don't know, it's a man in here. She was like, and you received $50 in April. Like we could see that. We could see that. May, you didn't get nothing. June, you didn't get nothing. July, you ain't got nothing. August, you ain't gonna get nothing. Like, she was like, so you don't have to worry about that. I was like, you sure? She was like, yeah. She was like, I'm about to go back there and change it or whatever, so it'll take that off to being needed. Okay, so I was at the food stamp office for 2 hours, like waiting for them to fix all this stuff, right? And then turning in all my information, getting everything stamped, all of that good stuff. So I'm like, okay. I said, so, is like, is it going to scan into my thing? Like when y'all going to work on it? And she's like, well, we're not working on it right now. Like, but all your paperwork is scanned in. Like you're not late with turning in your work. Like, turning in like what we need, your documents. So everything is good, right? So I'm like, okay. So the next day I said, let me call them and see if the document center have got the documents yet. I applied after the PEBT ended, but they wanted to see all your bank statements, card detail, and everything. I didn't even bother. Yes, they want to see. So they want to see everything. They want to see everything, honey. That's why most people don't even be saying they got a bank, because they be wanting to see too much. And it's like you have a bank account and then say that you got, somebody sent you a Zelle or something. It's just a hassle because they will be like, where did this money come from? Oh, I needed to my dad sent me something, or my mom sent me something. Okay, well, how often do they send that? And that's gonna be part of your income for the month, and you need to get a written statement with them signing it saying this was a one time. Like it just be too much. It be too much. And then the car, they told me, because I had brought like my registration and all that from my car. And they was like, oh, we don't need your registration no more. We have one car, like you can have one car on there exempt. Hey Nicole, but if you have 2 cars, like we'll need the registration and all of that. But you got 1 car, so we don't need the registration for that car. So I'm like, oh, okay, because they used to need, like, if you got a car, and you used to need your registration. So hello, ladies. I'm working and listening in. Okay, thanks for tuning in. So so she was like, okay, we got everything. She was like, let me make sure you sign this paper on the back just with your signature and your date, because like you can turn in all this paperwork, but if you don't sign and date this paper, literally they will reject your food stamp, like your food stamp paperwork. I'm like, this paper. She was like, yeah. I said, yep, I signed this right here. They made a copy of it, scanned it in, and I got a date stamp. She was like, okay, you all set, you all good. So the next day I called to see if the documents, because here, I don't know how it is in other states, but here, like, we have a call center, we have a local office, and we have a document center. And so, but nobody's in the same place, and nobody, like, when I call like our call center, or when I call our 1-800 number that we call to check statuses and stuff on our case, like they can't just go say, oh, you was here, let me go get your documents. They're in a completely different location. And then the regular people, like the people in office, is in a different location. So you could take your paperwork in the office, like to scan in and get stamped, but they don't get it. That scan goes to a document center, and then it goes up into like the computer system. So it's like, it's not like you handing your paper over, they put it in a big file, and then people are processing the paperwork. No, you handing your paper over, it's getting scanned in to go to a document center, to go to the document center, and then it's getting pushed back to either the call center or the local office to actually work on your case. And so I called to see if they had got the they had got the documents, like if they have been uploaded into the system yet. They like, no, we haven't received them. When did you go into the office? I'm like, yesterday. It was like, no, it could take 24 to 48 hours, so you could try back tomorrow to see if we got it. And so I called back the next day. I said, have y'all received my documents yet? She was like, no. She's like, we haven't received them yet. We do show that you went into the local office and all of that. So it'll be good. I was like, I still don't trust them, So the next week, because now it's, the weekend, the next week, I called that Monday to see if they had my documents. And she was like, oh, yeah, we see your documents, your case is being worked on, all of that stuff. I'm like, cool. She was like, because like you turn your stuff in on time. So even like if we hadn't started working on it yet, like you would still be good, because we have it in the system that you brought your documents and they time and date stamped. I'm like, okay, I understand that. Yeah. So I did my part basically. My food stamp day just rolled around this month. I goes to like go big shopping. No, you only got a little bit on your card. I'm like, now they probably done messed up on my paperwork, like something. Like I'm really thinking that the supervisor messed up, or that maybe I messed up on something. Like, so I'm like, okay, Monday I'm gonna call them, which is today. So I'm like, Monday I'm gonna call them. I said I'm gonna go up there. I ended up calling my mama. She's like, just call them and see, like, did they get all your paperwork and stuff like that. And she was like, before you go up there, at least you will know what really is going on, because you got other stuff to do today or whatever. And so at least you will know, already what's going on. So I'm like, okay. I was like, yeah, that's, good idea. So I calls the call center, and they like, yeah, we see your paperwork. We actually, yes, literally today. So I called them today, Monday, this morning. And they were like, we see your documents. Your case has already actually been worked on by the local office. your case has been worked on by the local office. I said, yeah, because like I turned all this stuff in last month. Like I've been calling and checking like every single week. And now here it's a whole month. Like now, to where my stamp's supposed to come on for the month and they not on there. And so I was like, it was needing some documents about child support, but the supervisor there told me everything was good, and that everything was good, and that I had everything that I needed, and everything was fine. Right, super crazy. And she was like, oh yeah, she was like, we already worked on it. She was like, everything's fine. We already got your documents and everything. I said, okay, so where is my food stamps? And she was like, well, we do everything in the local, like we do everything in the call center local office and get your case and work on your case and get it all set to go. But we still have to send it to the state for basically the final seal. They look over like all the work to see if the local office did they stuff right. She was like, so really your stuff is pending to be pending by the state, and it's nothing even to do with like your local office. Like the supervisors and all those people already worked on your case, and so you're just really just pending, waiting for the state to authorize your stuff. And I was like, but I turned everything in on time. My stuff been worked on. So even if the state hasn't got to authorize it yet, like, why is my stuff being held up? And she was like, basically, the state gives the green light. And she was like, she didn't got so many calls today. Like, I'm not the only person who didn't call. And I guess even like this whole month, she was like, so this whole month, because it's people who get their stamps on the 1st, it's people who get their stamps on the 7th. She said this whole month, like she's been constantly hearing this call. And so now, they figuring out that it's a holdup at the state. Like the state is backed up to, authorize people cases with the redebt. And so now it's not just me that didn't get my food stamps. It's more people who did not get their food stamps for this month. And so I don't know if it's just on my state or if this is going on in other states. And I don't know if this got something to do with them trying to do too much at one time. I don't know if this is them, trying to do the student loan relief, like whatever is going on, but they got like a whole bunch of cases that they have not authorized for it to be like green light and automatically go on to your food stamp card. So sorry to hear that. Will everything be okay? Yeah, everything will be fine. I mean, so I'm gonna still go up there today because she said, well, I'll put it in at a for my manager to see if he can push it through to make the state like to say, hey, like, her food stamp date is passed and y'all still haven't did her stuff. She was like, but it's like kind of no guarantee to be on there when it will be on there. Like it's really no ETA. So I'm gonna still go up there after I get my son. I'm gonna go up there today. My baby had a doctor's appointment, all kind of stuff today. And so I'm gonna go up there today, but it's just like, they will be trying to steal your joy. And so that was just one other thing. Like, how I always be talking like, I'm so sick of government assistance. Like, I'm so sick of having to get food stamps. I'm so sick of, and I get the encouraging, like, but you need it. Like, you wouldn't, if you didn't need it, you wouldn't qualify for it, and it's like, this is the issue. Not to mention, like, Section 8 dragging their feet. I didn't have to go down. Like, I think I had told y'all that, or maybe not. I had to go down there, check on when are y'all gonna hand me my stuff so I can start to look for another place. Goes to the office and they like, oh, you gotta fill out a communication form to talk to your caseworker. I'm like, okay. I fill out the communication form. I'm like, okay, can I sit and wait to talk to her? Like, can I just sit down and wait? No, the communication form you filled out, like it has your name and what your issue is. And then we just go take that to the back to them and then they'll call you or whatever when they get a chance. So literally, like, that's one thing that I'm supposed to be talking about freezer meals, but that's one thing that I noticed too, is that if you don't have a vehicle, I don't know how it is in other states, but here, if you don't have a vehicle, it's really hard, or you don't have money for transportation, it is very hard to keep up with your government assistance, because it's always a reason where you have to go to the local office, and they always messing up here. They drag their feet, they do stuff when they want to do stuff, like, and you just waiting. And like, if I call the freaking food stamp, if I call the Section 8 office right now, let's see. Let me just show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. This is Indiana's Section 8.
Section 8 call center. All our representatives are busy helping other callers. Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line for the next available representative. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance. You are currently the 26th caller in line.
So it's saying I'm the 26th caller in line. Usually that's really good, because usually it's like the 50-something caller in line. But you would think like, oh, 26 callers, like you would somebody, you won't be having to be on hold that long. Me being a 26 caller, I think this is probably about an hour to an hour and a half wait. And so even if I stayed online and stayed on here and waited, and whatever they would tell me, it would still be where I have to go to the actual office. Yeah. So it's like, hey Ava, they don't want to do their jobs. Not at all. And so it's, like I said, a minimum of an hour wait. But literally, if I was just stay on live all day, it's going on 2:00 now. I would probably just now be caller 5 at like 3:00. And then Lord forbid it goes to 4 something and they close at 4:30, you would stay on hold that whole time for the phone system to hang up on you. And so then you have to go to the local office. So that's why I say, thank God that I have transportation, but it's a lot of people who don't have transportation, or it's a lot of people who don't have money, to pay Ubers, or to, get on the bus or whatever, or to pay somebody to take them somewhere. You got it. Like, it's an all day trip. It's an all day, like, it's a whole full-time job to stay on government assistance. And so, like I said, I don't know how it is in other states, but here, like, literally the Section 8 office, that's how they are. And then the food stamp office is very unorganized. And so when I be getting on here and I be like, I'm just so tired of government assistance, and it's like I be so stressed, it's because I thank God that it's there and I can have it, but like depending on it or needing it, especially with my baby having food allergies, so my food cost is higher, thank God that I do like prep and different things like that, and I do just have money for an emergency and stuff like that. But it's like, it's a lot of people who don't, and thank God that God just make a way, and things come through for me. But a lot of people, not to mention, if your call doesn't drop, the calls usually always drop. They have I don't know, it don't drop to her. That's what I'll be thinking too. Like, you'll call and like sometimes you'll hear like you'll get all the way to like 1 and like somebody will pick up, and then you'll be like, hello, and then it'll drop off. Or if their phone system is messed up and they, it'll drop off. They won't say, hey, I can't hear you. What's your number? I'll give you a call back, to clear it. No. I was calling the Section 8 line so y'all could just see, like, it's so it's like so crazy. It's not really, how everybody say, like, man, some people like, I wish I received government assistance. And, I guess we always have that. The grass is always greener on the other side. Like calling the IRS, call drop every time. Yes, like all those places. Why are you doing your face like that? I was like, what's wrong with him? His face swollen. That's him making that face. Yeah, they did. They definitely hang up, Melissa. A lot of times, and it's just horrible how you can do everything you need to do, and now it's just, well, I mean, they'll be on there when they be on there. It's no ETA, and so I'm like, y'all don't even say like by the end of the month. Y'all won't even say, well, if they slacking, like you'll get double or you'll get extra for the inconvenience or for it going to the next month. Like nothing. No. We just came back from your allergy appointment. You're not getting no crackers. So, but that's why, like I said, I don't go into like the prepping stuff for doomsday and the rapture and the world coming to the end. Like I don't look at prepping, stockpiling, having freezer meals. They are 3 days late now. Yeah, they definitely do. They don't. You just got to stay on hold, and that's your whole day. And so you don't want to have to answer a phone call. Like literally, you have it to keep your phone on you all day long, so it better be charged up. Yeah, so it's boy, yeah, go sit. So yeah, it's like 3 days late now, and they said it's nothing they can do. Like it's what's the name? Let me see. Exactly, Ava, because I chose that option all the time. I'm not whole. Yeah, none of the food stamp office or nothing like that have called back. But I do, like when I do the internet or something like that, I do that. Let me call the food stamp office. Let me see if the next person tell me the same thing.
Also known as food stamps or cash assistance, also known as TANF, press 2. If you have questions regarding PPP issuance for your child, please be aware that FSSA does not have information on the status of benefits, card replacement, or eligibility. For questions, please visit our website at in.gov/.
So there y'all go with that too. So like the PEBT, the food stamp office does not have nothing to do with the PEBT. If you didn't get it, if it's lost, whatever, then it's whatever. They don't have nothing to do with that.
Filled out a request for a replacement card or address change. Please do not fill out the form a second time. Thank you. To make sure we transfer your call to the right person, please enter. You entered 462. Thank you. Please hold for a representative who can help you.
Yeah, they were.
For quality purposes.
Like my state, they did. They gave extra. So the food stamp office wait usually ain't that long. Like theirs is 3 minutes.
Food programs and mental health, substance abuse, or other assistance programs. Please contact 211 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at indianacommunityconnect.in.gov or by dialing 211.
Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, we're gonna see what they say. I'm gonna put you on. Hello? Oh. I'm gonna put y'all on mute when they ask them for every information in the book. I'm like, well, I guess y'all trying to stop fraud, but Jesus. And y'all looking right at the computer screen. But yeah, like, so this is why, like I said, hello?
Thank you for calling Indiana Services. This is Wayne. How may I help you?
Yes, Wayne. I was calling because I was supposed to get my food stamps on the 17th, and I never received them, and I'm trying to check on the status for that.
Okay, can I get either your case number or social security number?
Yes, 1 second.
You want to be close so I can take?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the food stamp office, the customer service is quick. I wish the office, local office, was like that, or the Section 8 office was like that. But they be quick on the call center of the food stamp office. And I worked in the call center of the food stamp office, and I would be getting them cases done, and I would be processing cases and everything. Um, right. Thank you. I don't know why it hit it. So I promise, like, this is why I have to keep a pantry full of food, a deep freezer full of food, a freezer full of food. Like, this is why. I can't just buy a whole bunch of chips and snacks and stuff that I want to have top of my refrigerator full of cereal too, but I can't just waste my stamps like that because I'm in a state. Other people's state might be more on it, but my state is not. At any time, your stuff will get cut off, like, or it's a hold up or something like that. She got me on hold while she looking at the case.
Okay, so there.
Hold on, yeah.
Authorization. So once that is approved, that's when you will receive your benefits for the month of September. Once you are approved, you will receive your benefits within 24 hours. I just can't give like a specific time frame right now because they are processing order they are received.
Okay, well, I turned it in last month, like on my redebt, and so it's not giving any ETA. Like they don't have 30 days to do it or something.
Not necessarily. Sometimes they are backed up a little bit, so that could be the reason why. It's not necessarily because of your documents we have already reviewed those. It's up for the state to review it to authenticate it or authorize it. That's what we're waiting on, not for your documents to be reviewed.
Okay, so you guys already reviewed my documents and all of that, but just the state has to approve it.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, I mean, is there anything that I can do? Can I go to the local office, or what can I do to to get my stamps on?
I'm pretty sure the local office wouldn't be able to do anything. If you like to go to the local office and see if they can escalate a little bit more, you can. If there's nothing, there's not an update on the 22nd though. I would recommend seeing if you could escalate a little bit, but I'm not entirely too sure if the local office will be able to do that since it is up for the state as of right now.
Okay, and so do they have a deadline on where like within this time frame, they have to, have it authorized, or it's automatically authorized? Like, do y'all have something in y'all system like that?
No, I am sorry about that.
Okay, well, thank you.
No problem. Was it else I can help you with today?
Nope, that's all.
Okay, thank you for calling Indianapolis Social Services. I do hope you have a great day.
Thanks. Bye. They got all my documents. They did all their part. It's the state. They are not giving me an ETA. It's like the state is behind. They can, like, there's nothing I could do. Yeah, you can go to the local office, but like the local office already did their part. So really you'll be going there for no reason. And so that's why I was like, so after it's so long of somebody is not receiving their stamps, like, do the system just kick in and just give it to them? You heard her say, unfortunately, no, it's nothing like that. So who knows when I would ever have a food stamps, or when they come on there. So yeah, I can imagine. Right. That is absolutely ridiculous. Right, Tara. Right. And Ava picking up housing ago as an intern, we answer the phones quick. Yeah, so that's like the food stamp, they usually answer the phones quick. But I mean, y'all see that, like, and like I said this morning, like, I just wanted to, I know you was Ava. Like this morning, I just wanted to like just scream because I'm just so tired of needing government assistance and having to rely on it for my livelihood. Like, it's just literally been one thing after another. Hold on, I didn't hear how long it's on in line for them. It's literally been one thing after another. And so I'm just like, I can't do nothing but smile and laugh about it because.
Please stay on the line for the next available representative. Your call may be recorded for quality assurance. You are currently the 21st.
So they in the 20s today for Section 8. So I'm gonna end up calling them and staying on hold too. But I already know that wait list is, I mean, that their wait works completely different. Because I really don't want to have to go back up to the office, wasting my gas for me to fill out a paper for you guys. Like, my caseworker is literally in the same building that I have to go to, but I have to fill out a paper for you guys to put it on her desk, and then she calls me. Instead of them saying, well, yeah, they're gonna see you, but you gotta wait. And I say, okay, because like I said, can I wait and see her? No, you can't wait and see her. Like, she'll call you when she gets, when she gets the communication form and when she has time. So basically, I'm wasting my gas, is what y'all telling me. And now I ain't getting no food stamps, so money tight. I can't be wasting no gas, and I gotta take all my kids to school and all of that stuff. Like, I gotta save gas. My lease is up in January, but they like said as soon as I get my voucher, like, I can move. So I can move before my lease is up because, like, it's because of him that I'm having to move. So whenever I can move is good. And I really want to move in November because I'm trying to beat the snow and the freeze and all of this bad weather that's going to be coming. Did they even put no, they didn't put nothing on the card. They put zero zilch. I'm like, y'all couldn't at least just gave me a $50 or $100 to get, like, no, they didn't put nothing on the card. They playing with your food. Exactly. Yeah, I know. Ava was like, hello. Ava had her sexy voice on. Yes. No, because like with me being on Section 8, I don't know, like if anybody on here is on Section 8 or been have received Section 8, but you receive something called a RTA. And so it's your voucher. And on that, it has like how many bedrooms that you qualify for, what is the rental allotment, and then what they have to stay under, because you have a rental allotment, but you can't go all the way up to a rental allotment. So say your rental allotment money they'll give you is 1,700. You can't get a property that costs 1,700 because they like to give you something for like utility money. So me, like I get $100 for utility money to go towards my utilities. And that's hardly nothing because I'm in a house, so it's all utilities. And so my utilities range about $250 to $400 a month, depending. It's been real hot here, so I got to keep my air on. I got babies with conditions. I had to keep my air on. Fans, I have a baby, babies with bronchitis, so fans kind of mess that up. So I try to keep the fans and stuff off, and so it really does not help. And then we received like from our light company, because our light company was sold, and so we have a new person who owns our electric company, and they are going up 12% on the on your bill, or 12% of on the rate or whatever. And so they sent out an email to everybody saying, basically September your bill gonna be higher than what it used to be because they going up 12%. So this a month, my light bill was $305 I paid for my light bill. And then my gas bill was $145 that I paid. And then Section 8 gives me $100, like I said, on the card. So it went towards that, but then everything else is with cash. Everything else is out of my pocket. And so I'm thinking like, okay, at least I have my food stamps, and no, now food is about to be most likely out of my pocket too, because who knows when they going to whatever. Let's see. Yeah, so they I had to go in my email, and y'all probably can't see because the light. Yeah, I had to go in my email, so it's just it is backwards, but it's a important information for the light company, and basically it's just talking about our bill, and it's saying our bill gonna go up 7%, or 12%. It says this increase is due to rising fuel costs and the market conditions. So 12%. AES, which is our electricity company, Indiana customer, if you're using 1,000 like watts or whatever of utilities of electric, they said that's like $15. And so I usually use like double or triple that. So my bill gonna be like an extra like $50 a month. And the extra $50, that's a lot for a person who on low income. When you used to your bill being a certain amount and you trying to budget everything, and now you having to spend an extra $50 on that, and then boom, turn around and the food stamp office, the state of Indiana, is tripping, and now you having to spend more money on food costs, and so it's just like it's just like nothing. It's no place, it's nowhere like where you could say, hey, well, since y'all know y'all doing that, do y'all have extra money that y'all giving, or do y'all have a little check y'all can cut for food or something? Like, no, nothing. Besides, you were gonna put your cash app. Oh, let me see. That's the trash family coming. They come so late. Okay. So here go my cash app. Y'all don't have to give anything. Y'all just being here and sorry asking for me to put my cash app up. That's my cash app. Y'all don't have to give anything. Just for y'all being here and support me is enough. Is more than enough. I never heard um I never heard of that. They will usually send emergency EBT stamps. That's what I thought too. Like y'all don't send any like this is the first time this has ever happened. This year has just been crazy for me, and just with the stuff going like with stuff going on with on government assistance. And I think like this year is why I really been like just kind of falling in and out of kind of depression for needing government assistance, because it has literally been like I've never heard of something like that. Like it's y'all been having my paperwork for a month. It's already processed, but the state hasn't clicked the button, and so y'all not gonna give me half of the money. Y'all not, because it'll be up to me to pay it back. If that's usually how they do it. Like it's up to you to just have to pay it back if they over sent you something, but to actually not give the person they allotment, like that's just crazy to me. Right, Nick? That's unacceptable. They don't know if she has food at home or not. Exactly. Like they don't know. They don't know. Like no like conditions. I'm already spending money for my allergy baby and all of that. Having to buy medicine and stuff for him is like they don't even know what, and they just and then it's no mail, no letter saying, "Hey, we see the date coming up to your food stamps. Just to let you know, it has not been processed by the state." Y'all literally send mail like crazy about every little thing. They y'all just be wasting trees. But something as important as this, I get no heads up, no anything. I have to call y'all, and then when I call y'all, it's like, yeah, this is going on, and basically it's nothing you can do. So it's like I'm glad I'm trying to stay encouraged, but just think if I was like in deep dark depression and was not like, having my utilities on and was really, like really utilities about to click out, like real stuff, that would make somebody like jump over the edge, because it's like y'all playing with somebody's food. Girl, I know about Section 8, been there and done that. Yes, I let go when moving here. Okay, so you let it go when moving to Texas. Lay down. That's what she looked at SW. So the same information that she gave me about the case, that's what it's gonna say online. So it's gonna say everything is processed. I don't know if you heard the beginning, probably like maybe 15 minutes ago, but I actually called on live. So y'all seen live. I called on live, and y'all got this for her to go into my case and for her to see what's going on. Uh Let me see. Tara. Yes, it's just say a C and it's pink. I had to look. Mommy, mama, mama. Hmm. Okay. I hear it. Thanks so much.
Mama, Mama, can I even have
Thanks so much, Ava.
Mama, can I have a sandwich?
Mm-mm.
Can I have a sandwich?
Thanks, Tara. Y'all gonna make me cry. Y'all gonna make me cry. This ain't even what I was going on here for.
Because you're so upset.
No, because people are amazing. They gonna make me cry. And I'm a crybaby. Thanks, y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all gonna make me cry. But it's just like, but really, like, this is why, I do talk about like self-sufficiency and stuff like that, because I don't want no, but like, I know how, the mental health of people could be, and how people say, oh, you strong and stuff, but it's like, I have to be like, I have to not stay in bed and be depressed and try to take, like, I have to be. But it's a lot of people who don't have, like, that will and stuff like that, and it's like, this is why I don't bash people who on government assistance, because people need it. But if you, like, still have time left on this earth, it's like, to try to make a way to not rely on as many of the government assistance programs as you can. Like, to me, that's the goal. And I know a lot of people don't have, like, that hope. They don't have dreams or ambitions, or just think that's even possible, because government assistance alone can affect your mental health. Like, it can take your dreams away. Like, how they talk to you, just going into that office, like how they treat you and all of that stuff. If you a person who is already dealing with just self-esteem or not believing in yourself, like, and then you go into there, like, it's not gonna make your day no more better. And so that's really why I really am passionate about self-sufficiency. And it's not to be like, I don't want to be on something because I think that I'm better than, like, anybody or whatever. It's just because the struggle is real, and being in the struggle is even realer. Like, the struggle is real, and then the stuff that people just, oh, you getting free money, and like, oh, this my tax dollars. And it's like, baby, I worked for the food stamp office before. Like, I've been working since I was 13 years old. I just have kids with a lot of disabilities, and the workforce is just not, yes, baby. Oh yeah, and the workforce is just not, single mom friendly. Like, how I had to take, been at doctor's appointments and stuff like that. It's hard to have, a sustainable job with, when you having to constantly have some doctor's appointments coming up. Like, jobs just don't recognize that as important. They want you to be at work. And so they don't care how many, how much time you got that you could take. They want you to be able to take one day a month, without them having their face turned up. And then anything after that is like unacceptable to them. They feel like, wow, like, you have to take off again. And so, thank you, Ava. Thank everybody for your prayers. That is good. It's best to be home with your kids while they're small. Yes, like that, and that's the best. That's the best thing, And then with COVID, and then not knowing if school's gonna shut down, or and just the daycares is so crazy. And there's just so much stuff going on. It's just so much stuff going on. Like, even the schools is crazy. Like, I have to pray for my kids every day leaving out for school. These schools have been crazy. It's been a lot of drastic stuff going on with, shootings here in schools. And just like 4 days ago, a girl got jumped in the high school bathroom by her boyfriend's friend. She was dating one of the boys. So I don't know if they was trying to rape her or whatever the case was, but they literally put this high school girl in basically almost critical condition. And her mom posted like the picture and stuff on Facebook. So I had to just deactivate my Facebook because it's just, and like this is a school that's not that far from me. This is a school that's literally like 15 minutes away from my house. And so, it's just been literally one thing after another with these high schools and with these kids and drastic stuff happening. And so with my baby like going to high school this year, that's why I ended up changing the school he was going to go to, because like I just wanted him to be in a smaller high school, not a real big high school, because the big ones, it's like they got one foot in the street and one foot in school, and it really be so much going on. House arrest, pistol toting, cussing, girls having sex in the back. Like it just be a lot going on at these high schools. And so that's just a constant, worry, and it's just like, a lot be on your shoulders as a mom. Yes, a lot be on, our shoulder as a mom. And like here, like I said, it's like this state is going downhill. That's why it's like if I do like stay here in this state for just, it will be literally just for a year, just for me to get my grips on everything and really have more time to look and see where I want to go. But I know like the time has run its course. Here it's just, it's too many barriers coming up. It's too many, like, out of all the people who receive food stamps, this happened to me. Like out of all the people who receive Section 8, my grandma on Section 8, my grandma literally had to move out of her apartment, and she turned in her paperwork, said she had to move out of her apartment. She had her new voucher like the next 2 months. No, the next two days. I mean, she had her new voucher in the mail the next 2 days. And she had 2 months until she had to move. Her lease still not even up at her old apartment complex, and she already got her new stuff. Me, I turned my stuff in and I needed to move back in July, and here it is, basically towards the end of September. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. And so it's just like all of these barriers keep coming up, and it's just like I'm over it. I am just over it here. I'm ready to see something else, experience something else, smell a different kind of air, just be in a different kind of environment, and all of that goodness. But I'm about to get off of here. I didn't even expect to be on here for an hour. I thought I was going to be on here for like 30 minutes and get off. But I really wanted y'all to be able to like hear the food stamp office, like just hear how basically there's nothing you can do. You can go up there, but like that's not gonna help. Like just to constantly hear like that the stuff you depend on, you did everything that you were supposed to do 30 days prior, 60 days prior, all of that stuff, and it's still just, yeah, we see that. Yep, but there's nothing you can do. There's nothing else we can do. There's nothing you can do. Just wait. And so I really wanted y'all to hear that. I really wanted y'all to hear that. So thanks so much for everybody tuning in. Thanks so much for everybody who hit the like button. I really appreciate that. If anybody else is feeling like this who watches the replay, like just, try to stay encouraged. Like, thanks everybody who, sent a cash app. Like, yeah, that made me have to cry on live. And every time I be crying, I don't never put them lives back up. Like I always take them off because I just, but I'm gonna leave this live up because I just think that it's valuable information. And like I said, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. I truly appreciate y'all. And yeah, until next time, y'all. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a good day.